guys, guys, 200, 200, 2000. I was doing some research yesterday and just seeing, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening? And guys, 200 strong, really? Today, we're going to be talking about facing those fears, breaking those barriers, and embracing failure. Did you guys know that most podcasts never even make it to 200 episodes? But we did, right? Right here in the Fun Life community, powered by legendary speaker, trainer, motivator, Mr. Zig Ziglar. We did it, guys. We faced our fears. We broke those limiting beliefs. And man, I'm fixing to talk about what those were. I'm going to share this with you. And we embraced failure as a stepping stone to success. Guys, I'm doing what I'm teaching you guys. I'm doing that. I'm not telling you because I read it in a book. I'm not telling it to you because I saw it in a video somewhere. I'm telling it to you because I lived it. I've gone through it. I've walked it out. And so, are you ready? Are you ready to do the same? Maybe not podcast, but what are you looking to do in life? We're going to be talking about that. So we're going to go deep into the middle of the merry-go-round on this one for the playground and see what it takes to win every single day, even when failure is part of the journey, guys. And so welcome to the Fun Life community here, the Childlike Faith podcast, here in the coolest playground on earth, the Fun Life community here. Again, guys, all it is, all the Fun Life community, the Childlike Faith Park is an environment, a community where it allows you to activate your childlike faith to be able to live out your childhood dreams in this playground that we call life, guys. And so I'm excited to have you guys on here with us. Love it. Appreciate you. I can't tell you how much this means to me for you guys to be on here with me every single day. Can you believe that? Every single day. Does it get old? Maybe so. We've lost some viewers, guys. I get it. We've lost some viewers. We've done a lot of different things. The ratings aren't down, but they're not as many. You know what? So what? We're not after those. We're after the one. I'm after that one. I'm after that one person that messaged me, said, hey, I heard today what I needed to hear. I need to visit with you. The DMs that are coming are amazing, guys. And so if you like what we're doing, hey, share it right there in the comment section. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. We had a one-on-one conversation yesterday with somebody that had, they were in Pennsylvania. They found us. They booked the call on funlifecoaching.com. We had an incredible conversation yesterday, and we're looking at how we're going to bring him into the inner circle of the cool kids. So I can't wait to see how that happens, how all that unfolds. But it's all one step at a time, guys. All one step at a time. I again, let me not get emotional because this is kind of a big deal. It is. When I started looking at the research and I started seeing, I was just doing it. I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't. And when I started to read that literally 1%, only 1% of all the podcasts that are out there even get close to 200. They don't. They don't even get close. Many podcasts end just after a few episodes. Making this milestone is a true testament to the dedication and that consistency that we talk about, right? We oh man, I forgot my lapel pin. But in the cycle of significance, that persistent consistency. Let me see if I can throw that up there here in just a little bit. But the pedals of the bike of the Ziglar cycle of success, the bicycle of success, the pedals are your persistent consistency, guys. It's going to help you to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I don't know how else to tell it to you. I don't have any complicated, I don't have any profound words of knowledge and wisdom. It's just get up, wake up, brush your teeth, wash your face, get up and go. Guys, it is a blast coming up here, and wait till I share with you some more of this other stuff that I'm finding out, because it's a huge thing to be able to bring this stuff to you. Here goes. You see this? Let me see if you guys, let me know if you guys can see this. Let me get out of the way here. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are able to see that, and it's those pedals, right? The back wheel are your personal spokes of the Ziglar Wheel of Life. The front looks like it's having trouble. Let me get myself out of the picture here. See if that helps out. But it's a Ziegler wheel of life, right? The back wheel is the personal spoke, or the personal spokes of the wheel of life. The front wheel is your business, right? And those are the 8 things of why people do what they do. Your seat of character, your Ziegler flag, born to win. That look like it's popping up for you guys. That's okay. But anyway, I'll just continue on, because really these podcasts. Here's the thing: the thing with the podcasts with over 100 episodes are considered what they call long runners. And those who make it past 200, it's said that those guys have truly built something special. And so if you're on here, if you're following, if you're one of the cool kids, I love to call the cool kids, right? You guys are part of something big. I don't know where it's going to end. I don't know when we're going to stop. I do know it's going to be some changes coming up, but it's all for the better, right? And so when you start to put everything into perspective, there's an estimated 2 million active podcasts. So hitting that 200 episode mark places us in the top tier category for consistent content creators, showing dedication, passion, and resilience. I guess I'm an influencer. Guys, I'm not anything. I'm not anything big or special. I love what Mr. Ziegler said. He says that the big shot is just a little shot that kept shooting. Okay, there's the image right there. You guys should be able to see it now. But those pedals, it's that persistent consistency, showing up every single day, even whenever you don't feel like it. Oh man, guys, I'm telling you, it's a big deal if you're just willing to show up. And so today we're going to be talking about some faith your fears. What happened? What did I do? How did I accomplish this? How did I move past my limiting beliefs? How did I overcome that imposter syndrome that says, Johnny One, nobody wants to hear you. Johnny One, you don't have anything to say. Johnny One, you're not worthy. Johnny One, you're not. People don't want to hear this stuff. The stats show otherwise. The stats show otherwise. Wow, man, that snuck up on me. I think back to all the guests that we had on here: Tom Ziegler, Bob Bodine, Billy Cox, Bob Berg, Bob TD. We had Nathaniel Hearn, Coach Nate, PhD. Dr. Hearn is amazing. We need to bring him to Tyler. That's what we need to do. And just guest after guest after guest. Kimberly Joy. We have there's so many people. Jacob Salem was on here, my inner circle coach. And so there's a lot of different people that we've had on here, and every single one, Howard Partridge, every single one of these has been a stepping stone to help us to keep elevating and keep getting better every single day. And so over the past few weeks, months, and years, Faith Your Fears Friday, we've been talking about the power of facing your fears head on, facing your fears head on, and breaking through those limiting beliefs and embracing failure as part of the journey to success. Because seriously, failure is not the opposite of success. It's not. Failure is success's closest and nearest ally. It is. And so never, here's my first writer down, all right? If you're taking notes, if you're watching later, if you're watching us live, thank you for joining us live, right? We always share this with your friends, your family. We're always able to connect right there, johnnyjuan.com, or you can hit up the little 3 buttons on your social media to let you know when we go live. If you're watching this on YouTube, definitely hit the bell and get subscribed to the YouTube channel so that you guys are aware of every time a new episode is uploaded. But the number one thing that I want you to understand and get down in your psyche, right, is don't let fear control you. Don't. Stop. Do not let fear control you. I want you to face it head on. I want you to faith it head on, right? And so we talked about how fear often paralyzes, right? That's you get that paralysis by analysis, and it paralyzes us and stops us from moving forward. That's why I say on here, I've heard it many times, it's the start that stops most people. But here's the truth. Fear only has power when you avoid it. Fear only has power when you avoid it, because when you confront your fears, baby, you realize that most of what you're fearing is either imagined or it's not as bad as you thought. We always make it up worse in our mind than what the reality of the matter is. Matter of fact, we've quoted this time and time and time again. This might even be our faith or fears quote or scripture, right? 2 Timothy 1:7. God hasn't given us a spirit of fear, right? Another translation says timidity, but of power and love and of a sound mind. And if you follow me, you know, and you've read in the Bible that God is love, and perfect love casts out fear, all fear, right? And so self-discipline, that's basically a sound mind. That's what a sound mind means. And so you already have every single characteristic that you need to be able to hit the highest level of success in your life. Mr. Ziegler says you just simply have to recognize it, claim it, and develop it. Work on your craft day in and day out. So my question to you is, what fear have you been avoiding? What fear have you been putting off? And how would your life change if you decided to confront that baby head on, right here, right now, starting today? I mean, what would... Oh, guys. I love talking about I've been researching and studying fear for over 4 years now. It's consistently ever since the start of the pandemic, right? I'm not falling for that stuff again. Please, guys. I don't care what your political views are. Just vote your morals and your ethics. Vote your morals and your ethics. All right, enough said. Commercial break over. Okay, number 2, all right? To break through your limiting beliefs. You follow me along? To break through your limiting beliefs, you're gonna have to silence those inner voices. Yes, I have them too. I said earlier, right? I can't, I won't, you're not good enough, it's too hard, you know, and oftentimes it comes out with like a little whiny voice. And so these limiting beliefs, guys, these limiting beliefs literally limit your potential. But you know what? They're lies. They are lies. They come from the father of lies. Y'all know who that is, right? Your enemy, right? He goes around seeking to see who he may devour, right? He comes to steal, kill, and destroy, steal your dreams, kill your joy, and completely destroy your relationship with your creator. And if he can do that, he's got you. But the very next verse says, Jesus talking, red letter edition, that's why important to get that. He says, I have come, right? Speaking of Jesus, I have come that you may have life, and life more abundant. That's what we're after. That's what we're going for. Because if you give, it's going to be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And that's where I want every single one of you cool kids to live, in the playground of that perpetual overflow of God's goodness, of God's grace, of God's mercy, of God's abundance. And so when you put those limiting beliefs aside, yes, they're going to be there, but you just simply got to tell them, hey, you stay right there. I'll be right back. I'm going to go do this thing. You watch me, right? And so all of a sudden you're capable. You're so more capable of what you think. And once you identify these beliefs, you can start to replace them with empowering thoughts, empowering truths. I mean, so ask yourself, ready? This is going to be one of those questions you're going to want to write down or come back and listen to the recording. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, the worst case scenario, again, is far less than we can imagine it, right? That's why I love that meme that's out there that says, but did you die? No, you didn't die. If you had died, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be watching me. So no, it's not as worse. You know, 40% of what happens to us is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Guys, I'm gonna blow past the 15 minutes. Is that okay? Is that cool if we go past 15 minutes this morning? Listen, here's the thing. That limiting belief is really, people have bought into that so much that it's become their identity. Or can I rephrase this? A friend of mine, Danica, said it's your lie identity. Don't believe the lies. Stop it. And so what limiting belief has been holding you back? And how would your life improve if you simply replace that belief with a more empowering belief, right? And that's what we're talking about here, right? Because when you start to look at what's possible instead of, what's the worst that could happen, man, so much has happened. And so I'm thankful for you guys that keep coming up here, showing up and showing out every single day. Hey, in the comment section, what's your favorite scripture? What's your favorite saying that you say to yourself to overcome? I want you guys to put in the comment section so that other cool kids can learn from these, can say, hey, listen, I've failed many times. But you know what? I'm still here. I love that song. I'm still standing. Seriously, guys. So one of our biggest takeaways that we've discussed is that failure is not the opposite of success, right? It's just part of it. And so the most successful people have failed time and time and time again, right? But they didn't stop there. They learned from their failures and they used them to move forward. That's why when we talk about how fail is just simply an acrostic for first attempt in learning. First attempt in learning. Matter of fact, we talked about scriptures earlier. Proverbs 24:16 tells us that for though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. Guys, there's no shame in falling down. The only shame is in staying down. Get up, dust yourself off, be like, that was fun. Let's try it again. And so there you go. And so what failure are you most afraid of? Face it. I mean, go run right into it. And so how would embracing that failure become the teacher that we need to help us move us closer to our goals? That's what I'm talking about. That's why we're on here doing what we're doing. So I want you to embrace the journey and trust the process. And I get it. I understand. We would not have gotten to 200 episodes. Now, again, that's just documented episodes. We've actually done several before then when we started actually keeping track of these things. And then we were doing them, I think it was twice a week, once a week, twice a week, here and there, off and on. And so when you come on here and you see this, again, I'm not anything big. I'm no Ed Milet. I'm not any of these bigger guys, but I'm just somebody that comes on here and cares about you enough to tell you what you need to hear. My coach Tom Ziegler says it this way: we're going to give you the truth in love, with love. And so I love you, and I want you to do better. I'm not competing with you. I'm not. I'm cheering for you. I'm hoping you win too. Matter of fact, I'm hoping you win bigger than I do because brother needs a loan. So when we think about it, right, success is not a straight line. It's not. It just isn't. If you think success is boom, 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 no, it's not. It's boom. You get knocked back a few times. You get, one step forward, 2 steps back. Entrepreneur, real estate agents, whatever you are, it's a tough road. But it's a journey. It's filled with ups and downs, and every single step, whether it feels like a win or a loss, it's just helping us. It's helping to shape us into the person that we need to become. And that's why I love that quote by Tom. He says that your calling isn't meant to fit who you are today. Your calling is meant to fit who you were created to become. So we're not human beings, we're human becomings. You're becoming, you're growing into the person that this world needs, that your environment needs, that your community needs to see, that your kids need to witness, that you're there's so much in that one quote. And I'm definitely well over time, but I'm going to wrap it up with this. What step can you take today to trust the process and move forward, even if it feels uncertain? Even if it feels uncertain. It reminds me of that quote from Corrie ten Boom. You have to understand Corrie ten Boom and know her history. But she said, never, ever be afraid to trust an unknown future to a known God. God is fighting for you, right? He's pushing back the darkness. He wants you to win too. He created you to win, right? That's what the whole choose to win, born to win, right? But to be the to be the winner we were born to be, we first have to plan to win, prepare to win, and then and only then can we legitimately and earnestly expect to win. Guys, I want you to win. I am your cheerleader. I am here cheering for you. I am rooting for you. I'm like, sí se puede. Sí se puede. I'm having too much fun with this one. But seriously, guys, we go ahead and just hit fear dead smack in the face, because that scripture that talks about how we're going to get to the end and we're going to narrowly look upon our adversary, our enemy, and we'll be like, this is the one? This is the peon. This is the jerk. This is the idiot that did cause the kingdoms to tremble, that caused all this chaos. So don't allow that enemy to rule, to run around in your mind with all these negative thoughts, these limiting beliefs. And so with us hitting that 200 episode mark, it's just a testament to facing and faithing our fears and breaking through those limiting beliefs and embracing the failure along the way. I can't tell you how many technical difficulties we had. Internet went down. The camera wouldn't come on here. One time I forgot that the lens was covered, and so you couldn't see a squat. I thought it was a technical issue, and it was user error. I forgot to turn my light on this morning. So if you guys can't see it as bright as, you may not see that shine. There's a lot of things that goes wrong, but there's so much that can go right. And so don't focus on what could go wrong. Focus on what could go right. And so if that's you today, if you're ready to stop allowing to fear to be able to masquerade in your life, I want you to put a comment. I want you to drop a mic, right? Put the drop mic in the comment section. And I want you to schedule your one-on-one, funlifecoaching.com. Book your one-on-one call with me. And we're going to help you to push through those limiting fears, those limiting beliefs, those doubts and those worries, those anxieties, and help you to become the best possible version of yourself. And if you need help overcoming that, that's why we're here. We're going to help you to navigate the failure. And so we're going to be able to walk you step by step. I love what my buddy John Bentley says. He's the sage on the stage and the guide by your side. And that's what we're doing here in the Fun Life community, guys. Okay. All right. Definitely well over my time. Thank you. Love you. Appreciate you. This has been your playground guide, Johnny Juan Ortiz, here with the Fun Life community. And we're still going to continue celebrating 200 episodes. Let's see what else we can do, what else we can give away. We're going to talk about it tomorrow on Something to Smile About Saturday. So join us tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, right here. Same bad time, same bad channel. Actually, I think we start earlier tomorrow. I think tomorrow's 7 a.m. We'll see you guys there. Adios.